I'm in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. It's a country that is wedged in between Iran, Russia and the Caspian Sea. To be honest, I never had Azerbaijan on my bucket list, and it definitely is not a super touristic country. But that's probably one of the reasons why I'd consider it to be a country more people should visit. Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, is already impressive, but you really shouldn't miss out on its surroundings. So we started a road trip, and only 40 minutes away from Baku, we found a national park where you can really see Azerbaijan's oil wealth. I hope you can hear me well because it is super windy. We are not far away from the Gobustan town, and there are these mud volcanoes here, which is super interesting because this is actually made by gas and petroleum. What we see here is a volcano that is filled with what they say is mud, but it is literally petroleum and gas. The bubbles is the gas coming out of there, obviously. It's supposed to be very good for your skin. Is petroleum good for your skin? That's what our guy just told us. And it feels super cold. I just placed it here on my skin a little bit. It is super cold, the mud down there. And there are explosions, like small explosions, mud explosions here frequently. It is nothing unusual. It's such a cool location, and it is a location where you can actually see, well, what is below the ground of Azerbaijan. I think the mud volcanoes are one of Azerbaijan's strangest attractions, and they are definitely very different from the volcanoes you might normally imagine. There's obviously no lava here. Instead, deep beneath the ground, there are layers of mud, water and gases trapped under pressure. Because of the tectonic activity in this region, those gases can find their way up through cracks in the Earth's crust, pushing mud and water to the surface. And the result are these little volcano-like cones with mud bubbling inside them. They're basically giving us a little glimpse of what's happening deep beneath our feet. Some of them can get absolutely enormous, reaching hundreds of meters in height. But the ones we're visiting today are much smaller, and they look almost like miniature volcanic craters. And apparently some mud volcanoes can even have explosive eruptions when gases build up beneath them. So while these little bubbles look pretty harmless, you should definitely keep a respectful distance and don't put on white clothes when coming here. We kept driving to get some food. While Baku is a vibrant and modern city, the towns and its surroundings look very differently. We are in a small village now. It's called Gobustan. It's actually less than an hour away from Baku, but it looks completely different. First of all, I don't think we'll find anybody here that will speak a little bit of English. And second of all, like the whole architecture here is completely the opposite of what we've seen in Baku, which honestly surprised me because again, we aren't even 1 hour away from Baku. Communication definitely was a problem. At some point we were asked to follow the owner without knowing why or where we were taken. So we passed the kitchen, saw what was cooked for us and entered a small room. We are in a small restaurant. The people here are so kind, like really. They don't speak a word English. We're using the translator to communicate, and they are cooking chicken for us now. Again, like people are so incredibly kind, but I just can't get over what we saw here. Like, to be honest, I absolutely wasn't expecting anything like this so close to the capital. It doesn't feel like the wealth of the oil industry reaches Gobustan at all, to be honest. Yeah. I guess that's what life looks like outside of Baku. So the first course already looks delicious. We're being treated very well here, that's for sure. And it is way more affordable here than in Baku. We will pay 20 manat for our food, and that includes like the entry and the main course, of course. Food looks absolutely amazing. I really wasn't expecting something like that because, to be honest, it felt like they weren't prepared for any guests today. But this looks so delicious. Oh, we don't have a knife. They keep giving us more and more food. There's a lot of food by now, and they said this is like very traditional here from Azerbaijan. It's called dovka. I don't know how to say it. This is so good. I don't know what it is, but it's super refreshing. I think it has cilantro in there. I'm not sure if it's yogurt. I honestly have no idea. But it's super refreshing. I like it a lot, and it's also like it's super cool. Very, very delicious food that we have here. Due to a little bit of a communication problem, she said we can pay with card, but we can't pay with card. Like, she doesn't have the machine, and we were like struggling to understand how we were meant to pay. Now we paid with Revolut. Good to have it. Because there you can actually make money transfers from card to card. So that worked, luckily. And well, this is the town, by the way. Let's walk a little bit. I want to show you the side streets so that you actually know what I meant. So this is, by the way, what I meant. Like, there aren't paved roads anymore. There's this one main street here, and then like no paved road anymore. The houses look completely different. But anyway, if you ever come to Gobustan, that restaurant is like on the main street. You can drive like 5 minutes into the village and you'll reach this wonderful restaurant with very hospitable people. Most people in Azerbaijan are Muslims, which is why you will notice a lot of beautiful mosques along the road trip. When driving back to Baku, I realized how much the appearance of the country changes just after driving south of the capital for about 20 minutes. Baku is a vibrant city with impressive skyscrapers, a beautiful old town, and some leftovers that remind of old Soviet Union times. But what really touched me were the people. They are incredibly kind and really open up when you talk to them and ask them simple questions about their life. The people and the diverse culture make this country unique. And the food was honestly some of the best I ever had. So thank you, Azerbaijan, for having me. I will for sure come back someday.